In order to use Azure, you must first purchase an Azure subscription, and we'll be talking about the purchasing options in an upcoming lesson. Once you have a subscription, resources can then be created and managed, etc. Your Azure subscription links directly to Azure Active Directory for authentication and authorization. And remember, authentication is proving you are who you are, and authorization is the rights to access specific resources. And you're not limited to one Azure subscription. You can have multiple subscriptions to one account holder. There are some subscription options that you can choose from. There is the pay-as-you-go service, which is billed monthly to a credit card. There is also a free account. The free account will give you 12 months of access to Azure's most popular services, with limitations, of course, plus a $260 credit for 1 month. That way you can test out a service, plus access to over 25 free services. And then there's a variety of member offers. These member offers can use a combination of monthly credits or monthly billing. But there are some considerations. And the biggest consideration is you must be aware of the service limits for each subscription type. For example, in the pay-as-you-go subscription, the default limit only allows for 20 virtual CPUs. If you need to increase this, you do have to request it. And some limits can be raised and some can't. Always double check. You can use a subscription to establish a billing boundary. This is a great option when you need to isolate billing to a specific group, for example, a special project. A subscription or subscriptions can also be used as an access control boundary. When we use this model, subscriptions are applied to an organization's departments. In our very simple example here, we have 2 subscriptions, one for IT and one for HR. And the last thing I want to touch on here is management groups, which do not fall under subscriptions, but are closely related to subscriptions. A management group is a group of Azure objects that make up a collection. This collection can contain subscriptions or other management groups. Management groups allow us to manage policies, access, and compliance for the entire group, reducing management of each of the subscriptions individually. Let's pull subscriptions and management groups together. By default, there is a top-level root management group. In our example, we have a subscription that is being used as a billing boundary for a special project, and it has a resource group. Then we have another management group that contains 2 Azure subscriptions that are separated using an access control boundary. We have the IT subscription with its resource groups and the HR subscription with its resource group. In order to apply a policy to both the IT and HR subscription, we can apply a single policy to the company management group. This reduces the complexity of managing each subscription individually. Understanding the types of Azure subscriptions and how they can be used to contain resources will help you pass the Azure exam, as well as plan your own Azure solution.